Howdy. All right, welcome to the podcast, HASSDISCUSSES, with a special guest in the building, Nora Spouse. What's up?
Sir, what's good? What's good? Thank you for having me, my guy.
Yeah, I'm hyped to interview you and, I was introduced to you by CJ Supreme. Shouts out to him, one of the most booming Delaware rappers out, and you're his manager. But you're also an artist with an extensive background in that you have so much music dropped and you work with, a lot of amazing people. So let's go back to your hatred for almond milk. Why do you hate almond milk so much?
Alright, look, I don't hate almond milk. You feel me? I like almond milk. I don't got a problem with it. It's in my fridge. I don't got a problem with it.
He hates
I
almond milk.
just don't understand how you drink almond milk straight.
Bro, because it's good.
So you put it in like smoothies. Is that what you mean?
If you had a smoothie, if you had some cereal,
Yeah.
if you had some regular shit, okay, cool. I'm not gonna judge you, but you can't just be pulling out a cup and just sipping straight almond milk all day, bro. That's different, man. I don't know, man.
Bro, nah, it's fire.
Each his own.
It's
You know what I mean?
fire.
But I don't know about waking up and just raw dogging.
Well, CJ is a different breed, and he has almond milk on its own. How did you meet CJ Supreme here? And where does that business relationship and friendship stem from?
It actually stemmed from CJ wanting to do a feature.
Factual.
So he had reached out to me, I want to say like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He had reached out to me to do a feature, and at the time, I can be honest about it. It was like the best feature I had did. Like a lot of people were sending me shit that it wasn't even like worth my time, but that shit I was like excited to fucking do. And then I was so excited that we actually ended up doing 2 songs, one with his other boy, and then just from that experience and getting to work with CJ, like we just got linked in from there. And honestly, the music shit ended up being organic because at the same time, because I had always had first place stunners, like that's, you feel me, my main shit. But 3900 was really a new label, and it's a division of first place stunners, so our main branch. But it was just perfect timing. As soon as that shit was falling into place, bro, CJ was fucking ready. And out of everybody that I could put my name on, CJ's the nigga I could put my name on. Work ethic, talent, everything speaks for itself.
Good looks, bro. Good looks.
Perfect addition to the team, man.
Yeah, his mixing is like fire, and like you're underrated. I don't know how much you make beats and how much people know you for making beats, CJ, but your beats are pretty good. I saw you on live doing all that, and I fuck with that.
I just hopped on one. Yeah, we just hopped on one the other day. We were just in the studio. We're going to the studio again tonight.
So he CJ is originally based out of Delaware, but he's in Florida right now, not the rapper, the state.
I'm Florida man now. I gotta do some wild shit. I gotta go get like 5 stars on GTA, but in real life.
You gotta eat an alligator.
Yeah, facts. I feel like I go back to
Oh shit, I'm frozen. All right, now we're good now. So, have you ever eaten an alligator? Like anybody? Like it's actually fire. Like I'm not joking. Like I've actually eaten an alligator before.
Alligator is dope, bro. I've had alligator because Everglades and all that shit. I had dolphin. I had shark. I like me some ocean food. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, ocean's fire, but I never had no alligator.
Alligator is dope. Fried alligator is fire. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
heavily
snack.
overlooked food. On the term overlooked, what other food do you think's like overlooked and shit that people are like, ew, why the fuck you eating that?
I'm not gonna hold you. Hispanic food, bro. That's all I really be eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like I be eating Peruvian food and like
We just had Peruvian food today.
yeah, we just had Peruvian shit today.
What is Peruvian?
Like,
From Peru,
Okay.
like culture from Peru. Like they be doing like a lot of chicken dishes, which is like fire, but they be fucking it up with like the shredded chicken. We had one today that had like the sauce and shit. And it was like potatoes and
I've never had Mexican soup
cheese
or
sauce.
Hispanic
That's what
soup.
I'm looking for, some form of like a cheese sauce.
it was buttery though. It was a
buttery.
cheese sauce, but it was buttery. Bro. Yeah, I got the butter. What were you saying?
I've never had Hispanic soup. You know what I'm saying? Like there's Hispanic soup that everybody's telling me like, yo, you gotta have like Mexican soup and shit, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know about the soup, but I do know about the Barrera taco thing, where you get the tacos and you dip it in that soup. That will change your life. I'm not gonna hold you. that will fucking change your life.
Man, you get me hungry. But
That shit is different.
yeah, yeah. So you lived in Florida your whole life?
Well, most of my life. I was actually born in England, and
For
yeah, like London, England,
In
and
Yorkshire.
yes, sir, other side of the pond. You feel me? All that, and then my family moved over here, and I was probably like 9, 10. Then I grew up in Broward County.
I interviewed an artist from Broward County, Nemesis. You know who he is? Nemesis from Schema Posse.
I think I seen his name before.
Rick Almeida.
Yeah, I think I seen his name before. He's
He
from
actually
Broward.
found Ghostmane. Like he was like he's the guy I think he got Ghostmane and Schema and stuff.
Signed and shit.
No, just in Schema Posse, but Ghostmane dipped from Schema, but he gave Ghostmane's first interview or some shit, but like yeah, Ghostmane used to be really like in Florida and shit, and then he just moved to LA and shit. But
Different type of time these days.
that shit happens. Like there's always that time where like one motherfucker moves to LA and then forgets everybody, and that's like, yeah. I mean, a lot of people know that if they're in the underground, they'll have a friend do that. But speaking on Florida, do you mess with like the Raider Clan era of like Florida? Like, were you really interested in that?
I mean, it's history. For me, end of the day, it's Florida history. At one point, Raider Clan, Space Coast Perp, all that shit was fire, bro. That was the sound. I'm not gonna hold you. That was the fucking sound. But I would say, really, because people don't know how to move, that's what fucks it up for them. Like, yeah, you can have talent. Yeah, you could be raw. You can make raw songs. You can make raw beats. But there's another side to longevity. There's another side to music business, and that's the reason why, from me, Raider Clan and a lot of those other South Florida trends just die out, bro. Because niggas are not consistent, and niggas don't know how to move with people. You feel me? Space Ghost Perp had a lot of business decisions that he didn't make the right choice on.
And beef. A lot of Florida rappers always getting some beef, and that shit that messes me up. Like Glock 9 always getting in some beef or Hot Boy, and it's like, come on, man, like just cooperate. What'd you say?
It's the life, you feel me? Niggas gonna hate, and then there's a certain point where the hate becomes disrespectful, and then now you got beef, you feel me? And that's really what it is. Just everybody jealous of what you got going on, so they're gonna try to cause you a fucking problem. Like, end of the day, all that shit just stems from jealousy, man. Like, people just want what you got going.
Yeah. And also Raider Clan though, I'm not trying to shit on them, but they just kind of like, there were so many members, man. There's so many members. Like, I interviewed a rapper from Raider Clan, and I was like, yo, have you heard of this guy? He was in Raider Clan. He was like, I didn't know he was in Raider Clan. I was like, damn, that shows a lot. But
you know who's still raw from Raider Clan though?
What'd you say?
You know who's still raw from Raider Clan? You ever listen to Young Simi?
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Young Simi is fire. Like, I don't know what he's doing these days, but that nigga was fire. When I was like a youngin', bro, and when he was dropping shit, just before Denzel Curry really started popping off, Simi was one of them boys.
I like my favorite Raider Clan members would be Jay Green, Slim Gorilla. I interviewed Slim Gorilla. Who else would that? Dirty Red, as well. There, Wolf, of course. Xavier Wolf.
Yeah.
And Curry, but like I didn't like. What'd you say?
Ether Wolf, before he was Xavier Wolf.
Oh, Ethel Wolf. Yeah, my favorite with him is that one song he did with Jay Green, the 66.6 syllables. If you know what I'm talking about.
Nah, I gotta pull that shit up.
That shit's nuts. And he actually just did a re-release of the Ethel Wolf, his first project on vinyl. I forget what it was, like the Wolfgang, whatever. The first mixtape he ever dropped.
With the white background, or which one? The one with the city?
I don't know, but he just basically reissued it on vinyl, and I messed with what he did. He even has like a subscription service for his music on his website, like a little Hollow Squad subscription service.
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't checked that out.
Yeah, Bones and all them are like heavily like inspirational for like a lot of people and stuff like that. But like, who is inspiration for you when you got into all this shit?
Big inspiration, bro. Chris Travis, man, all them boys, Xavier Wolf, Bones, all them boys were hard, like, and especially Wolf, like Wolf was a big inspiration to me. That's definitely in my top five, all time top five. Wolf definitely in my top five. Got me through a lot of hard times in my life, and then that's the nigga that helped me see that like you could trust yourself. You feel me? Fuck what everybody else got going on. Trust your fucking self, bro. That's one of the people that really helped me to see that shit. Cause with his situation too, with having to start over and like you feel me, do his own shit. Like that shit was inspirational to know that it's possible. You know, like that nigga really made it happen for himself, and that's fire. That's fire. I remember watching him and Bones like before they had shit when they were doing that video. They were walking around the city and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called, but
I
some
forget
real
what it's
old.
called.
You feel me? Like some real old shit. Them voices fire. Rob Banks, fucking fire. Big inspiration. He's from him, J Stash. They pretty much from my side of Broward. Fucking
Rob
Kodak.
Banks.
Yeah. J Stash went to my high school, matter of fact.
There's a lot
Um
of people that you went to high school with. Is that okay if we speak on that?
oh yeah. I went to high school with X. I went to high school with Ski. I went to high school with a lot of niggas too. And just a lot of niggas in Broward at that time. We're just all in the same spot, busting the same type of moves. You feel me? Everybody was real linked in.
Yeah. So like, oh, what did you record with them? You obviously made music with them, but like, what can you speak on with when it comes to them?
Uh, well, me, X, and Ski did prime time, and that shit is still on my SoundCloud. Yeah, that shit's still on my SoundCloud. That shit's out, and it's on YouTube too. That's like a classic song for the underground, like Broward, Slaughter Hill. That's the theme song. You feel me? Like niggas, that song is a piece of history. Like that shit's stable. You feel me? Me and X probably got like 10, 10 to like 12 songs that we probably did together. Shit that's on my SoundCloud now is probably only like one or two because at a certain time we just weren't fucked with each other, and like a lot of them songs got deleted. A lot of them songs we had other people on, and we did them with other people, and they took them songs down. Like a lot of them songs just got removed, but the real always speak for itself. So coming like last 2 3 years, that's all people's been doing is like trying to find old songs, speak old shit. Like people are out here selling shit.
Oh my
Like
God, people selling leaks. That shit keeps me.
oh,
Oh my
people,
God.
everybody like hitting up everybody I know, like begging them for like old shit, old pics, old whatever. Like people be doing the fucking most. I'm not gonna hold it. People be doing the fucking most. But my whole shit is I just do things in the right way. You feel me? So like, duh, I could have been on some clout shit. I could have been wrote that shit a different way. But when me and X watched the beef, you feel me? Music was obviously whatever, but like we more had plans for like clothes. Like, we had more because hands on is another thing that I'm really passionate about. Like you feel me? Before music, I was passionate about the clothes. So like that was really something that we were excited to start to get to work on, and that probably would have been the direction that probably would have worked on moving forward. But the music, I'm definitely gonna get it out for the people. You feel me? Everybody wants that shit, and I want that shit too. But I'm not finna do it in the wrong way. And when I say the wrong way, like I need to be able to work with the label. I need to be able to work with the state. Like you feel me? I can't just do some clout shit. Like that shit gotta look right. You feel me? And that shit gotta be respectful because at the end of the day, bro, that's a tribute. You feel me? Like no matter what me and that man went through, like that's always gonna be a brother to me. That's always gonna be a close friend to me, and that's always gonna be an inspiration. Like that man put me on so much shit, showed me so much shit, showed me so much love. And even though we went through a lot of shit, it's good to say that he was the one that reached out to me. You feel me? He was the one that told me like, yo, we need to squash this shit. Like, you feel me? All that shit dead. And then he was the one that wanted to make that shit, like, you feel me? Wanted to make that shit go. Like, it's sad, bro. Like, honestly, it's sad because we could have, like, bro, no one knows. No one knows what the next chapter would have been. Like I said, it would have been crazy because when we had linked up, again, it was probably like 4 years in between, and that's a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit, happened to him in 4 years. You feel me? And a lot of shit happened to me in 4 years. Like we're obviously different people now, so it would have been exciting to see where that would have gone. But let me rest in peace. And I'm just like I said, I'm happy that at least for the time period we got to, you feel me? We got to squash that shit. We got to close that chapter because it would have been a completely different situation if that didn't happen and the man passed. Like that would have been awful. You feel me? I would have felt like damn, I never squashed that beef with the man. Like you feel me?
It's good to see there was closure, and it's good to hear that.
Yeah, like it was good to see that there was closure. It was good to like be able to talk to him again and like get back to how shit used to be. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know this, and like you feel me? I'll talk on it here, but not too much. But a lot of people don't know this. My beef was never with X. Like my beef was never with X. It's just when he fucks with certain people, he has to take that shit as his own beef. And like that's really what it is. Like my shit was never with him specifically. It was just niggas that he was around at the time, and that's how that shit just played out. But yeah, it was good. At the end of the day, like I said, that closure really makes me feel good. Ski is just a completely different situation. Like since that time, we haven't seen each other, we haven't fucked with each other, and like I don't got no problem with the man. Like I'm cool with the man. I don't know, you feel me? I don't know what he's on, but I definitely know that we in South Florida, so there ain't no way we're not gonna cross paths. So one day it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then from there we'll see where it's at.
Yeah, and I'll say one thing about X. I found his music at some like camp with my friend, and we started making beats together after hearing his shit at some like camp. We made a soundtrack to a movie, and like ever since 2017, like as soon as I heard his music, I started making music. So like it's just crazy that I'm fucking talking with someone that knew him. And,
Bro, some of my first songs was with X. Like some of my like very very like even shit I didn't even release. Like some of my very first shit was with him. Like right next to me. Like
yeah,
for me, like he was one of the people that gave me the basics of what I needed. Like
yeah,
a lot of people think you just need equipment, and like bro,
But you was recording your school's computer.
that's what I'm saying. Like we were recording the shit, but that's just half of it. You feel me? The equipment is not even half of it.
Bro, you know what's funny though? Is I found a photo of me at 16 doing like before I even met you, bro, doing the same exact thing. I was recording with a laptop in my school's computer room, bro, and I didn't even know like that. And I was like, damn, that's a coincidence. Like
You gotta find a way.
same
Man.
age, bro, doing the same shit. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what would like? Obviously, you built like a pretty decent fan base, pretty big fan base. What's your advice on like how to build that fan base in general?
I mean, my first shit is organic seed. You feel me? Make sure you're doing shit organic. Like I don't like the whole guerrilla marketing shit, blowing people up in their DMs and commenting underneath viral posts and all that extra shit. Like it works for some people, I guess, but like me, like that's not my style. Like I don't try to shove this shit down people's throats. First off, second off, give the people what they fucking want. Like a lot of artists have a certain idea of what their music is and what they want to do, which is obviously fire. But at the end of the day, you got to understand that you're making music for the masses. You feel me? You got to make something that's gonna appeal to everybody. You got to make something that people can connect with. Otherwise, you're just making music for yourself and your friends, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's definitely a hobby. But how you gonna expand? How you gonna make a hit if you're not relatable? So another thing is making sure your shit is relatable, making sure that you can, for me, anybody in any place can listen to your shit and be like, damn, this is it. This is hard.
So you'd pick relatable over finding a specific audience.
Yeah, fuck that. That specific audience is again, you're now not making music because you want to make music, or you're not just making music because it's part of your shit now, it's your life. You're making music for your job, and that's your job is making music for that type of people. Which isn't, like I said, which isn't bad. It's that works for some people, but like I'd rather make my shit that's still organically for me. Like I'm not doing no extra shit. I'm not lying in my songs. I'm not putting on a persona. Like you feel me? This is me. Like you feel me? I'd rather do that shit and be able to connect with people worldwide than like focus on some shit just to have a certain sound. Like that keeps you in a box and people don't realize that shit. Like, and like I said, it works. Like sometimes it works for people, they pop off as that type of artist, but I would never put myself in a box. Like I would never categorize myself as one thing, because one day I like doing this shit, and then tomorrow I could do something completely fucking different. Like for me, that's why I would never have my shit just like this. If you ever look at my SoundCloud and my shits, all my shits be different genres. Because sometimes I just feel like making a different type of song. Like you're never gonna.
Yeah, with my production, like I try and do funk shit, like hardcore shit, but every now and then I just make a complete synth cloud rap shit because it's soothing for the soul. I'm saying like I can't make a bunch of like hardcore 808 cowbell beats all the time. Sometimes I have to make some like smooth, find a nice pad, find a nice synth. It's just, yeah, because I'm mainly a producer. I don't do vocals. One day I will, but for getting into production, I think getting into any form of art, you can't. It's like with the podcast, I don't just interview rappers and shit. Like I interview like a fucking film director once, and it's like, yeah, because that's what I felt like at that time. I feel like if you any activity has many forms of it that could, you know what I mean? Like with, you know, what other like art forms besides like music do you like enjoy watching or consuming?
I like anime a lot.
Yeah, I watch a lot of anime, man. I watch a fucking lot of anime. I read a lot of manga. And then artwork, like for the merch and shit, for the clothes, designing such new shit, thinking of new clothes and new merchandise to bring out, hats and all types of fucking backpacks and like, you feel me, all types of cool shit.
Nice.
If I'm not making music, then like I'm watching some anime, or like I'm watching like some funny ass shit like South Park, or like some funny shit. I mean, I'm just chilling, smoking.
That episode they did, the South Park episode, I forget, but it was like wild. It just came out, and like it was like set in the school during the pandemic and shit.
Shooting shit.
When they were like shooting each other, I forget, but there's always some crazy violence.
Yeah, like the school shooting when that shit was ridiculous.
Yeah,
that shit was fucking retarded.
They don't stop. They just like, I think the studio. I don't know how that works, but I think the studio realized like they have a huge fan base. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like,
had 23 seasons, and now they're on HBO Max. Like, the niggas is spot. Like, I think they're coming out with a new season too, 24th season. That shit fucking stupid. They did the quarantine shit. I gotta watch that shit. They did a quarantine special.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't seen South Park in forever. So I don't use cable. I just have the Roku.
You know, on like I said, HBO Max.
you know what I think? You know what I don't like that a lot of people fuck with is Big Mouth. I don't think that's that funny.
I never wanted to watch that shit. I never will. That shit looks weird as fuck.
Oh, Big Mouth?
I would never watch that shit.
Bro, I watched like the first episode of it, and it was fucking weird because it's like just a bunch of like horny little kids, and it's like, yo, this is weird. Why are they like imagining like 13-year-olds getting horny with each other? Like that's like some pedo shit. I was not fucking.
It's basically animated cuties. Oh, cuties sickens me. I hate that movie.
Oh yeah.
I saw the memes about that, bro. That's whack as fuck.
My favorite is like there's a video and it's like the Travis Bickle from like Taxi Driver, and he's like right in front of the Netflix headquarters with a gun. Like it's like he's like time to serve justice and shit, but
I'm gonna say Batman and all that. For
yeah. But yeah, a lot of shit just sickens me. Yeah. So, who do you manage? Anyone else?
Right now, just CJ.
But how'd you get in contact with the manager of LPB Pootie? That gentleman.
That shit was pretty organic. The team that works with my promotion and my legal team, they're the same as Pootie's people. So it just ended up being real organic. From just my lawyers and my promotional team, my digital manager team, are linked in with Pootie's situation too. So then from there, I got to meet the managers. I got to meet Pootie. I got to meet Pootie's boys and like the whole team and shit. And like them boys is solid. Like always show me love since day one. Like I got a chance to like travel with them. You feel me? Go to Cali and shit with them. Go over Florida and shit with them.
The hands on.
Just a hands-on merch. You feel me? Linked
Yeah.
in with that shit too. Shit's been very, you feel me, very dope. And like I said, a lot of love, man. A lot of appreciation on my part, bro. Them boys put me on a lot, man. And the last, I would say I've been linked in with them probably like last, like a little less than 2 years, like maybe like a year and a half. But the last couple videos that Pootie dropped, I've been in them shits. If you go back and peep.
Oh snap! Nice.
Oh,
Batman.
Batman. He was in the background, bro. Nah, he was in the background doing some weird ass dance movies going.
I was vibing.
Oh,
Bro, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
that's funny. But CJ, like, you won didn't you say you like won an award for music?
Yeah, I won. No, I didn't win no awards. I was nominated.
Nominated, but like, how did that get set up?
What's up?
How did that get set up? How did you get nominated for an award? Did you?
Where I'm from, music scene there is like huge. Like the Scranton has like its own mini industry. Like they got like an award show, they got magazines, they got radio stations just for local music. They got shit like that, like venues.
Is it better than Delaware?
Bro, so much better than Delaware. That's why when I got to Delaware, I was so confused because I was so used to
Like
being in such a high standard for like the music scene, right? And like being in such an inclusive music scene. Getting to Delaware, I'm like, why the fuck nobody fucking with each other? And then I realized once they all start talking to me, and then I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of my face, really. But
Well, Nora, I don't know where he is.
yeah, he's right there.
Oh, word. But yeah, we kind of touched upon this before. Like, it's just very disappointing. But who in the Delaware scene do you enjoy, CJ? Like that you have been having good interactions with, as opposed to the other one that you showed me about.
Bro, he said the other one. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think I've had any really amazing interactions yet, but there's artists that I fuck with. Like my boy LC, I'll be fucking with him. He was I met him at the studio I was recording at. He was like the engineer. He makes music himself. His manager runs the Vibes Forever channel, like some big ass channel on YouTube. But like I was fucking with him. He's young. He's actually from Broward, which is funny because I was talking to him about like my team and shit, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm from Broward," and I'm like, "In Delaware?" But
nice. Who's the guy you said you were about to work with? I forget, West?
no, I'm not working with Wes. I'd love to work with Wes. I would love to work with Wes.
His visuals are fire. The one in the the CG, whatever the fuck.
Dude, I just fucking listened to his new, I got like an EP. Dude, that shit slaps. He'd be working with like a lot of the people that like I want to get with or that I'm already like linked in with. Like he'd be working with like 808 Mafia, Marvier, like shit like that. That's like the type of shit that I be doing. And it's like, bro, there's no way, like I can see it. Like I'm definitely gonna have a song with Wes soon, hopefully. It's just a matter of when type shit and like doing it like organically. You feel me? Like I don't want to just like be like one of those other people in Delaware who hit somebody up randomly and be like, give me a feature. You feel me? Like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be because like we fuck with each other.
Yeah. Nora, what other music scenes, location-wise, do you enjoy?
Do I enjoy? If it's not South Florida, I would say like Orlando. Hot Boy, Hootie, them boys. That whole shit be fucking vibing.
Who are you saying?
Hot Boy and Pootie and like Orlando rappers.
Oh yeah.
Them niggas be hot.
Pootie's from Orlando?
Yeah, they're from Orlando. And then Tallahassee, Fulio and Young Ace and niggas like that. Like Florida as a whole, honestly, the whole shit locked out. And if it's not them, then it'll be like Atlanta, I guess. Like Baby, Gunna, all that shit be sliding.
Low key.
Word.
Keep be sliding. Fucking Cat be sliding. Rollo be sliding. And then that LA shit be raw too. I can't really think of no West Coast rappers, but them LA niggas be rapping different. That shit be sliding.
Yeah, LA's got some good horrorcore shit going on right now with Young Vader and Lil Zave. I don't know if you know what those guys are, but I fuck what they're doing. I also like I've been getting into Dallas and Houston new shit like Soulze. That's some shit I've been listening to. In Detroit's fire. I don't know if you know a lot of Detroit rap, like Sada. Isn't Sada Baby from there? I think so.
Sada Baby, yeah. Yeah, Detroit do got some niggas out there. Chicago too.
Chicago, yeah, of course. But
OTF Dirt, all them niggas, man.
do you like a lot of the new drill stuff, or me and CJ were having a conversation about that?
But slides in moderation.
You be listening to a lot of trap music.
I listen to a lot of trap shit.
Dude, you know, like UK got their drill music going on, bro. We start rapping in a UK voice because North's from the UK. Like, hello.
But yeah, I think if anybody should be doing drill music, it's you because you're British and I'm like.
Can I get you some tea?
You like some tea? This nigga about to hop in the booth, straight accent the rest of the day.
I just don't like the drum patterns when it comes to like British inspired drill. Like I don't think a lot of people can do it correctly. Honestly, if that makes sense. Like trap's just way more better to me.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, man. It's just that,
bro.
It's hard. It's hard, but the accent, it takes me a time to get used to the accents.
Like as if you're not from there.
As if I'm not from there. Like, it's just.
Bro, like I was telling him, I think drill is something that's gonna be here for like 2-3 years, and then it's gonna leave like its mark on the mainstream, kind of the same way Florida did a couple years ago with like the SoundCloud wave. Like you can still hear some of the elements of that in like mainstream music, but like a lot of like that Florida SoundCloud scene is either now mainstream or they're like kind of like low key with it now. Like they're done.
But a lot of people still fuck with Hot Boy and like the newer guys like Glock 9, Melly, and Hot Boy, and who else? Everybody still fucks with Kodak.
I'm talking about like the SoundCloud.
Oh, you mean like the dark shit, like the.
Like No Jumper was like
that shit.
Yeah, like when No Jumper was like at its peak with like Perp and shit. Back when they was like fire.
Shout out to No Jumper, big inspiration right there. But like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of new No Jumper stuff. But I've been liking what other do you guys listen to podcasts at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
Nah. I check some shit out here and there, and like an artist I fuck with do an interview. I don't really be following like I know really podcasts like that. I be following like rap hubs and shit.
Yeah, you know the owner of the Rap Come Up, right?
Yeah, Red from Rap Come Up, man. Shout out my dog.
Yeah.
That's
a fire page.
We just linked to him yesterday. Really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, them Rap Come Up really, that's the go-to shit for Florida. I'm not gonna hold you. Really. Anything music related, niggas gonna go to Rap Come Up. Interviews, like just like news, like new shit dropping, like all that, bro. The Instagram be bumping.
Yeah. What else could you announce or shout out before we wrap this up?
Well, CJ got some shit coming. We got some progress rolling. Me myself, I got like an EP dropping, and then I have like a full length tape, Stunner for Life, dropping probably after the summer. Merch wise, hands-on.net. Always go check that shit out. We always dropping new shit.
Yes, sir.
New sets, new everything.
But I gotta show him the fucking Miami colors, bro, because that shit was hard. He got me.
He in Miami, so he gotta have the Miami colors.
Factual.
Shout out to Vice.
It's kind of wrinkly because I was wearing it yesterday.
Shit, nice. That's fire.
You feel me?
Bro. Horns.
Sheesh. Got the hands on hoodie too.
Yeah, gotta stay dripping, bro. We gotta get you some shit sent out. You feel me?
Oh yes, I'll do a little. I'll get dressed. I'll do a little post about it. I'll do some photo shoots about it. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for joining the show. Links in the description to his music and stuff like that. Support his music. If you support this channel, And thank you for joining. Legendary.
Hey, thank you for having us, man.
All right, goodbye.
Hey, be easy, bro.